Good morning, everybody. It's Jeff Fitzpatrick. It's actually Sunday, the 22nd, not the 23rd. I decided to record my weekly video log early this week, like an early Christmas present. So let's see what's happening because it's been quite a week. We've had a huge amount of volatility this week, as you'll see when I share the charts with you. We're going to get moving forward on the conference, and we'll look at how the clubs have coped with the volatility and the stormy weather that the markets have had this week. So this is what happened. You can see the last 3 days. So you've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Wednesday, we had a 3% drop in the market. And it tried to recover on Thursday, but didn't make it. Ended up back to the same point. And then we had, I think it was about a 1.3% increase in the S&P 500 on Friday. So, of course, if we're selling puts as we are, then the prices reducing can result in a lot of stock being put to us. And therefore, we're exposed to quite a huge expense that we don't want to be exposed to. On the other hand, it does mean that calls that we've sold are less likely to be taken from us. So that's good. That gives us a chance to sell some new calls. And also, uh, the other effect is that it makes stocks cheaper for us to get into. So not all bad, but it did take a lot of managing, as you'll see in a moment. But before we leave this screen, just have a look across the left-hand side, and you can see all of the greens there. So they're stocks that were rising in price on Friday, and the red ones were those going down, and that's about the proportion. So as with when the market goes down, not everything goes down and not everything goes to the same degree. And when it goes up, not everything goes up and not all of it goes up to the same degree. And this is the VIX. So it's a measure of volatility in options. And you can see that we had more volatility this week than we've had for a very long time, certainly many months. A bit of a spike back in sort of August time. But, this was very much an interesting week to go at. So if we take a look at the December outcomes so far, because we've still got another Friday of expiration, we do have a couple of stocks or a couple of puts expiring on Friday the 27th, but let's see how we did so far. So here we have for each of the clubs the position for the end of last week. So Diamond, we had only one put that had to be pushed forward. And that was pushed forward really on the Wednesday. As you can see, by the time we actually got to Friday, it would have expired and would have just kept the income on it. However, it didn't look like that on Wednesday, so I rolled it forward. Thankfully, not too far, just to January. And of course, we got extra premium for doing so. So 20,500, 3,600, which we haven't actually got yet for the month. So I'll move that forward. I just wanted you to see what I've been doing with it. Fortune didn't have too many puts expiring, and they were fine. Nothing needed to be done there. Teas actually only had one, and that was fine too. Sapphire, I had to roll two of them forward, and we had one stock, which was BP, that was actually put to us at a cost of $64,000. And that's fine. I'm perfectly happy to own some BP. I think there's good potential in it, and there's also good dividend in it. So I will add to that and dilute the price as we go along, I should think. But I'm quite happy with that outcome, and we have plenty of cash anyway. So about 21,000 once we take that out of the equation. 100th millionaire. Uh, Again, we've had two that had to be rolled forward, and in both cases, the precautionary rolling forward ended up not being necessary. But of course, we didn't know that at the time. And the issue is, I've got to roll these trades forward before the price gets too far below the strike price that we'd chosen. As it so happened, both of them went back up. But nonetheless, we added to the premiums on them and it's quite significantly, and away we go. So the best part of $10,000 coming into uh, millionaire, 100th millionaire as a result of those trades. QI Club got hit quite heavily. I had to, first of all, we had some stock put to us early, which was JetBlue, but it wasn't a huge cost on that commitment. It's only sort of less than $2,000, but we had to roll three forward. So let's have a look. LW, which ended up didn't have to roll it. BAH didn't have to roll it, and AstraZeneca, which we also didn't have to roll. So, but nonetheless, it is money in the bank, and it's extra money in the bank. Extra Income Club, again, a couple rolled forward that ended up, mm, well, one had to be in one just underneath it. So we had a strike price on LW of 62.50, and the price ended up at 62.09. So it's pretty close to. Anyway, that's been rolled forward out of the way, and that I can add to that the story on calls. I think every single call that we sold for the month ended up not resulting in stock being taken from us. So next, I'm not going to go through all the clubs. I'll just show you how all of this affected one club, and the effects are pretty similar for all of them. So all of the clubs have had very similar effects. I'm not going to go through them all. This one is Diamond, and I've updated it to the 22nd, which is this morning, basically. And you can see that the stock buying power has gone up. In fact, we've got more stock buying power than we've ever had. That means that we've got plenty of scope for additional trades. We're at 80% of the net liquid value of the account is now in stock buying power, so plenty of scope there. The option drag is also significantly up. Now that's money that's in the pipeline. It's mainly put premiums that haven't yet expired that are coming to us. One way or another, we will get that cash. That's why we add it to the net liquid value to find out what the left-in value of the club is. The net liquid value is down. That's because we have moved money out of the net liquid value into option drag when we've rolled things forward. And if you add that together, the option drag plus the net liquid value, you'll see we're worth in this particular club basically just under $850,000. And that left-in value has increased consistently. So we've gone from 704, 721, 778. A slight hiccup in October. That was getting some of the legacy old stocks where the strike prices were too high out of the system. Made up for it in November, and we're up again despite the shenanigans of last week in December, and a week to go. So all of the clubs are pretty similar to that. And next, just a word about the conference. It's really looking exciting. If you want to join us on the journey to make 10% per month, you need to be on this conference. Even if you're not going health leather 10% per month, if you want to have a profitable, well-managed account, this is where you need to be. And even if you want to remain as a passive member, then if you come along to this, you'll understand what we do and how we do it and how we get out of trouble when we need to. It'll also be quite exciting. I've got some guests zooming in from the USA, completely new, and most people won't have come across them so far. And there'll be some live trading goes on. And if I'm anything to do with it, there'll also be some fantastic socializing too. So I hope to see some of you at the conference. I promised to get the booking form onto the myinvestmentclub.co.uk website this week. I'm going to be trying to fit it in over the next few days, but I've got family visiting from Australia and we're all over the place. I'm spending more time on the Santa special than I am at the computer. Um, but of course, the time I do spend at the computer, if I need to, I devote it to trading rather than sorting out web pages. Anyway, more of this as we go forward. Here are the dates, 21st, 22nd, 23rd of March. Put them in your diary. The Friday is evening only, 4 till 9, and then full days on the Saturday and Sunday. Facebook group, please join it if you haven't already. Search Facebook for the Extraordinary Stock Trading System and look for the group and come and join us. Thanks to those of you that already have. And that's about it. I've got to go do some more Christmas stuff. Have a good Christmas, everybody, and I'll talk to you after the big event. Cheerio.